Hey everyone, this is Dr. Bagley. Thank you very much for joining me. We're going to go ahead and get right into today's session. Um, Last video I did, we expressed that your Social Security number and your EIN number is not protected. Your both numbers is used as collateral for the corporation, the United States corporation side of them as collateral. This is how they can print money. This is how they can borrow money in the bonds and who's paying it back. This is how they run the company with all the printing and including your GDP, which is the EIN number of everyone, the taxes, and all of that that's going to contribute. So you have a contributing factor that you're actually working, paying your taxes, running a business, paying the taxes, and you have a Social Security number and EIN assets within the Social Security and your EIN number that is being used as collateral. Today, I want to talk to you about how to protect your Social Security and your EIN. Now, a lot of you think I'm talking about asset protection. No, I'm not talking about asset protection like you think it is, because you're thinking asset protection against lawsuits and divorces, for an example. I'm talking about asset protection as far as martial law, because when martial law kicks in and something goes wrong, they can seize your assets, your Social Security, and your EIN number. Anything or anybody who does something illegal within the business, they can seize your assets within the business and your personal, and also anything outside of that, like depression or war. Okay. What I want, or I'm proposing to you, is protecting your Social Security and EIN number. I am doing it in the context of my own personal experience of what I have known to do and what I am doing. What I want you to do is understand that what I'm expressing here is just experience and education for myself to you, so therefore take it as entertainment. This is not financial obligations and training or any advice. Please contact your CPA, specifically who is corporate oriented, and your corporate attorney. Not general, not real estate, corporate attorney. Talk to those two and then let them guide you to some of the information that I'm giving you, so they can give you the legal structure, paperwork, understandings, and so on and so forth. First, number one thing that I want to express to you is nothing I've done, nothing I am doing, nothing I will ever do that is tax evading. I pay my taxes, my company pays the taxes, we all pay taxes because that's the right thing to do. A lot of organizations like teachers, police officers, and so on need our currency or fiat currency through the taxations. So GDP is being affected, state and local has also been affected. So we want to contribute to that because they need our assistance, and I'm not against that, paying taxes. I don't mind. I don't want to pay high taxes. That's a different story. So this is not about finding a loophole or a cheaper way of doing business. I don't do that. I'm not about to do that. What I am as saying is this. I work, my business does a job, product and service selling, or trading, I should say. The extra money after taxes, what am I going to do with that extra money? That extra money could buy me a house, a car, a nice savings, vacation, and so on and so forth. Excuse me. I know anything that is in my Social Security, meaning my credit report, any and all things in my credit report, let it be a mortgage, let it be this, that, and the other, that is a problem, because anything in your credit report, they can come and take that from you. If you got my Social Security and you looked up my credit report, there ain't nothing in my credit report. Nothing. In fact, my credit score is so low. Here, you can have my Social Security number. You won't even get a gas card with my Social Security number. As far as identification stealing, that's pretty much what it is. They're taking your identification so they can take or find ways to make money off of you. Okay. My business is secure, my personal stuff is secure, and I'm going to show you exactly what I've done and what I'm doing. Okay. And always going to do. Let's talk about Social Security. First thing is first, I work. I'm a CEO of a company. I get paid two ways. I get paid fiat currency, and I get paid equity in the company. So my fiat currency, I get paid $4,000 a month. That fiat currency goes into a local bank. The extra fiat currency that I have that I want to save, I would put that in another country, but we can't just put it in another country like Switzerland. Can't do that because it has to be outside of the Central Bank of the United States. That's the key. Switzerland has very attractive numbers associated with it. But if you get into trouble, if things go wrong, the IRS can talk to the Central Bank of the United States, can talk to the central bank within the Switzerland system and seize your numbers, seize your fiat currencies, everything that's in the center, that banking system. So you need a banking system that is outside of the jurisdiction of the Supreme Court and lower, and the central bank that's associated with the United States. To give you an example, and I'm not telling you to do this, but just as an example, if you put your currency after taxes, your extra currency for a savings in a place like Russia and or in a place like China and or in places in Middle Eastern, the Central Bank of the United States of America, they don't have jurisdiction over there. They don't. Russia has their currency and their independence. They don't need to go through nothing United States, and nothing United States is governed by them. Same thing with China, same thing with places in Middle Eastern, same thing with places in South America. Okay. Any extra money, I'm putting it into a country that is not associated with the Central Bank of America. The $4,000 is in my local area. The equity of my company is in another location. So that's the EIN number, and I'll talk about that in a second. The $4,000, you need $4,000 in your account monthly because you need to pay rent, you need to have food, you need to have clothes, and you need to have entertainment. Okay? The house is not owned by anyone in the United States or anywhere in the central banking of the United States. The car is owned by the corporation. The EIN number, so let's talk about that. The EIN number is held by a holding company in another country that has the Central Bank of America cannot touch, or more specifically, the Supreme Court and below cannot touch. That is in another country, a holding company, and that holding company has the EIN number within the holding company. So therefore, the company that is being run in the United States will pay a foreign taxation. That foreign taxation may or may not be cheaper than somewhere like Switzerland or somewhere like that. It's irrelevant to that effect to me because, again, I don't mind paying taxes. I mind someone taking my assets. So if my corporation is held and is owned by a outside force in a holding company that is outside the jurisdiction of the Central Bank of America, then and I pay the EIN number is also outside of the country, what the business at hand, I have a contract from a foreign country attorney specifically for the business, who says and gives me right and control for the equity that I put into the company, that is in the company. The equity of that company is me. And the money that I'm paying myself is only $4,000. The company, through a writing contract, says I can use the vehicle. It is not my vehicle. Here's a debit card specifically for all the expenses for that vehicle. The house is another LLC or corporation. It is a financial company, but that financial company is held by the holding company that is in the foreign country. That financial company that is outside the country of the United States Central Bank of America will then own that property. That property is being owned by that financial company outside of America. I'm paying rent to every month. I'm paying the rent to that account. I'm paying rent. I have enough money for my clothes. I have enough money for my food, and I have enough money for a little bit of entertainment. My business is being ran as a foreign company, so any money that I do within this stuff, I'm running a good, honest business. I do the right business ethics and morals and so on and so forth as doing good business. And then the account, the currency, the money, the assets, all of that is being held by the EIN number that is held by the holding company outside the country. So therefore, if my house is owned by someone outside the country, my savings account is in another country outside of the country of the Central Bank of America. My Social Security stuff, I don't own a house nor a car, and I'm paying rent. I only get paid $4,000 a month. And if I wanted to go on a trip, an extended trip, and have some nice entertainment, I go to my local bank who has my $4,000, and I say to my local bank, here's my equity that I own in this foreign company. Could I use that as collateral? Get just enough loan so I don't have to pay taxes on that loan. And then from that, I will then go on my entertainment, come back from my entertainment, and then take my $4,000 that I have, and then I will pay off my loan. Over time, of course, but still paying back a loan. You don't have to pay taxes on any investments that you make, like selling stocks. You never sell stocks. You borrow money, use the stocks as collateral. You can then receive that money and then pay that money back with interest without having to ever pay taxes. It's not my rules, that's just the rule. In all of what I'm doing now, what are the ways that somebody can take my assets? If I found that somebody in my business is doing something illegal, the Congress and everyone else can come after you, and they can seize your assets if your business is in part of the United States or part of the IRS system of the United States, corporation side of the United States. But if it is not, if it's in a foreign country, they can ask for a report from that business from a foreign country, and the attorney from the foreign country will write a nice report and says, we do not listen to you. You're not part of our jurisdiction. Sorry, we're not applying. The court systems from that moment forward has nothing and can't do nothing about nothing. Okay. So so you're protected yourself and personal. Unless you yourself is doing something illegal, in that case, you're going to jail. Martial law. If martial law has ever been put in existence since Obama timeline, he put in law that martial law is hit. You have no assets. You cannot protect your assets. The military and the police force can come into your house, take your food, take your water, take anything that they need for the operations. And that's legal and lawful. So they have nothing. So if I have a house that is foreign owned, they can come in and take whatever they want, like the food and the water and assets that's in the house. They can take the whole thing, but they can't take the house. They can, however, take the land, because the land, you will never own the land, the property. The property is never yours. It's an extended lease, if you will, that you have to pay taxes for ownership. And even if you pay taxes, the courts can come in and seize that land, because they can come up and say, oh, we're building a highway through that property. Well, if that's the case, this is a foreign owned house. They have to pay the foreign company. And so therefore, if they don't pay the foreign company, they can't do nothing to the house. Therefore, they're stuck, and they can't do nothing to this property until they pay that foreign company off for the house. And the house is valued X amount of dollars, and you can show effort in the courts that you're renting from the foreign country, because here's my bank statement that I've been renting ever since I've been in this house. So they can't say that's fraud. So now the next thing I want to do is, do you have any silver and gold? No, I don't have any silver and gold. Well, you bought silver and gold. No, I didn't buy silver and gold. I put my money in an investment firm that is outside the country. That investment firm outside the country bought silver and gold. So I don't have silver and gold, and I would never lie to the IRS. Do you have currency outside of the country? No, I have a savings account. It's like a savings account outside the country, but it's just there. Can you get a record of how much money you have? I will ask. I will call my attorney and say, hey, attorney, the IRS is asking how much money I have. The attorney will reply back, it's none of your damn business, because this is a foreign country and you're out of your jurisdiction. So if I get a martial law and do illegal things, that's explained. What about a divorce? Well, if a woman comes into my life, I don't need a prenup. What do I need a prenup for? Because I'm renting a house. The car is a corporation's. Any little money that I do have, I'm taking a loan for it. So if she does get pissy, or if I decide to kick her ass out and she does have a baby by me and she wants child support, she'll only get $4,000, 25% of that. Nothing else, nothing more, nothing less. You can have that. It was fun being with you. And then if I get a lawsuit from another attorney and somebody says, oh, I slipped and fell and bust my head and I got these medical bills, I would say, ooh, I'm sorry for you. But you can't sue me. I don't own the house. I'm renting. Well, can you get the documents? It's out of your jurisdiction. Sorry, here's a letter saying it's out of your jurisdiction. Sorry for your loss or whatever. Sucks to be you, kind of deal. So they can't take nothing because you own nothing. And the richest man in the world said this, and he said it so elegantly. Own nothing. Control everything. If you have anything in your credit report, your Social Security can be affected. If you have any EIN businesses, it can be affected. There are ways to go around to get what they want from you. The exception to the rule is if it's not in the grasp of the United States Supreme Court and below, or the Central Bank of America's hand. If you take it outside of that, and they can't touch you, they can't seize it, and they're still using your Social Security number and your EIN number as collateral. Don't get me wrong. But when it's time to collect, one last thing. Cryptocurrency is a nice thing, but it is not a thing. There's two things wrong with cryptocurrency that I personally don't like. One is if we have somewhat of a type of a bomb or a system to shut the electricity down, all your currency is dead and gone. Me, on the other hand, I will go into my banking system because I have my debit card that is from a grocery store, and it's a get paid as you go kind of card, Visa card. And I will go into my foreign account. I will go into my conversion app. I will request money on my foreign account, convert it into United States dollars, and then I will put it into this debit card that I receive out of the grocery store and converting from that. And I will always have currency while you won't, because the electricity will go down and you won't be able to spend your money. Now, that's good if the electricity, the debit card is still good, yours is still good, it doesn't matter, it's still good. But what happens if it shuts down and then they shut the banking system down? Then your debit card really has nothing on it. My debit card, if there's anywhere in this world that has internet and I can purchase something, I can still purchase something. Now, cryptocurrency is electricity problem. If there's a problem with electricity, all your cryptocurrency is gone. And even if you have it in your wallet or your secure wallet, where are you going to put your wallet if there's no electricity? Okay. 2, if I work hard and I have money and I put money into cryptocurrency, and if I take money back out of cryptocurrency, I'm a 1099 person. That means I'm paying taxes again with that cryptocurrency, because it is an investment and I'm receiving money out as an investment. It's on a 1099. They may take little or much. It depends on how much you made. But the point is, you're getting taxed on that money you're being made with. Unfortunately, that's not a good thing if you're trying to have asset protection, because the IRS can see that and you're paying taxes twice on your job and your investment. I don't believe in paying taxes on my job and investment. I believe in paying taxes on the job that I work. I earn this money, I paid money for that. The other money I'm investing in a foreign country, and that foreign country is raising money. Now, if that government asks for type of taxes, that's between them and the government. No one can take that away from me. And a lot of times, you don't pay taxes if you don't take the money out. And that's the key. Do not touch your equity. Do not touch your investments. Let it ride. Silver, gold, let it ride. Don't get into that little hype about silver and gold crap. Get bullions and bars. And don't get into the crap about which one is the best one. Who cares? Melt that shit down. Put it in a bunion or a bar. Because when shit hits the fan or somebody's trying to get something, I can take those billions and bars and I can melt it down or divide it up and I can trade it. Because the silver and gold never, ever, will ever, and will always outlast any crypto, fiat, or any other way of trade. Okay? So I hope this helps a little bit to get your juices of your brain flowing and how to think to protect your Social Security EIN number. Pay yourself, pay the taxes, rent your house, use your corporate's card, get everything under contract, paperwork, contractual, and then pay yourself just a little enough on top of rent for food, clothing, entertainment, and you'll be fine. Long term, you'll be fine. All right, this is Dr. Bagley. If there's any questions, comments, concerns, please let me know below. If you would like more of what's coming out, please go ahead and subscribe. It'll come out. And I'm sorry it's so long, 24 minutes. And it's just what it is, guys. All right, hopefully this helps you guys out. And we'll talk soon later. All right, bye-bye.